Hello, my name is Tensi Paola. I'm a student from Tech Milenio and I'm going to talk about the Cold War. Well, Cold War, the open yet restricted rivalry that developed after World War II between the United States and the Soviet Union and their respective allies. The Cold War was weighted on political, economic, and propaganda fronts and had only limited recourse for two weapons. The term was first used by English writer George Orwell in the article published in 1945 to refer that what he predicts would be a nuclear stalemate between two or more three monstrous superstates, each proposed of a weapon by which millions of people can be wiped out in few minutes. Well, the origins of the Cold War. Following the surrender of Nazi Germany in May 1945, near the close of World War II, the uneasy wartime alliance between the United States and Great Britain on the one hand and the Soviet Union on the other began to unravel. By 1948, the Soviets had installed left-wing governments in the countries of Eastern Europe that had been liberated by the Red Army. The Americans and the British feared the permanent Soviet domination of Eastern Europe and the threat of Soviet influence, communist parties coming to the power in the democracies of Western Europe. The Soviets, on the other hand, were determined to maintain control of the Eastern Europe in order to safeguard against any possible rewind threat from Germany, and they were intent on spreading communism worldwide, learning from ideological reasons. The Cold War had solidified by 1947 when U.S. aid provided under the Marshall Plan to Western Europe had brought those countries under American influence, and the Soviets had installed openly communist regimes in Eastern Europe. Now, some important dates are Berlin blockade and airlift in June 26, 1948, Korean War, June 1950, space race in October 4, 1957, Bay of Pigs, April 17, 1961, regime visit the wall, August 12, 1961, arms limitation talks, November 1969, Soviets invade Afghanistan, December 1979, and reunited Germany, November 9, 1989. And what the term Cold War refers to? This term is most commonly used to refer to the Soviet-American Cold War. The Surajas are typical states that are satellites of the conflicting nations. Allied to them or under their political influence. Opponents in Cold War will often provide economic and military, such as weapons, typical support of military adversaries, the less nation involved in conflicts with the opposing country. The expression Cold War was rarely used before 1945. And how capitalism and socialism works? Well, capitalism as its root, capitalism is an economic system based on the three things: wage labor, working for a wage, private ownership or control of means of productions, like things like factories, machines, farms, and office, and production of exchange and profit. And it was Adam Smith who noticed that mercantilism was not a force of development and change, but a regressive system that was creating trade imbalances between nations and keeping them from advancing. His ideas for a free market opened the world to capitalism. Socialism is the collective ownership by all the people of the factories, mills, mines, railroads, land, and all other industries of production. Socialism, as the American social Daniel DeLeon defined, it is the social system under which the necessary of producing our own controlled and administered by people for the people, and under which, according to the cause of political and economic disposition, The history of socialism has its origins in the 1789 French Revolution and the change which it brought. Although it has precedents in early movements and ideas, the Communist Manifesto was written by Karl Marx, French Engels, in 1848, just before the Revolution of 1848 stepped Europe, expressing what they term scientific socialism. In the last three of 19th century, social democratic parties arose in Europe, drawing mainly from Marxism. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening to me, and have a great day.